Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a plan with me process in my faith planner. So for 2021, I followed a scripture writing plan, and that was a plan put out by Illustrated Faith and the Beloved Society. And what I did, let's go back to January, is every month you got the full set at the beginning of the year. So every month there is a sheet that looks like this. It has scripture writing plans or scripture writing for Monday through Friday every week or 4 weeks, and then it has some fun little decorative elements. And so what I did each month for 2021 was I decorated my monthly page in my big size faith planner. I would put the scriptures over here on the side. You can see that I printed out the each month in 2 different sizes so I could have the smaller size. I just printed it like 50%, I believe. And so I did that every month. And then on the weekends for my scripture writing, I would just use the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app, and write out the scripture of the day. So it's been really fun. I love the Beloved Society girls. I love the different color schemes. And this year we did a walk through Psalms and Proverbs. So it wasn't necessarily like going straight through. It kind of jumped around, but always very, very timely scriptures. There's a hair over there. And I really loved doing that. So in today's video, I'm going to set up my December writing page, my December monthly in my faith planner. You can see how awesome it is to go back and just look at all of the scripture you would have written. I mean, most days were one verse, some days were multiple verses. So that's 365 at least pieces of scripture that you wrote in a year. And it feels really great, and it's a wonderful way to kind of start your day. So that's October. And then we have November, where I also have my Project Grateful added in there. And then we're going to go through to December. So I will most likely be doing a similar scripture writing for 2022 because I enjoyed it so much. Generally, Illustrated Faith has released a scripture writing plan for purchase that has different decorative elements just like this. So I'll kind of be waiting to see what they release in the month of December to decide if that's the plan I want to follow or if there is another direction I want to go. So anyway, I thought I'd just show you that that's how I do my scripture writing. Yes, these are not very big boxes, and I don't like write it all beautiful in hand lettering, but I write it out, I read it, I take it in, and I have loved the process. So I will put you guys on fast forward. This is generally a super easy, super straightforward process for putting together the monthly pages in my faith planner. I'll link things down below. I'm not sure if this scripture writing plan is still available over at Illustrated Faith, but if it is, I will link it below. And then this is a big size faith planner. I will link the one that I'm planning on using for 2022, which is currently available over at the Happy Planner. All right, I'll put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. All right, so these spreads end up being very simple, but I love the consistency that each month kind of has the same feel. So the first thing I do is just trim out all of these pieces. Like I said, I wanted to include the scripture writing plan on my monthly page. So that's why I printed it at this smaller size so that it would fit over here in the sidebar. And then I print all of the icons and the little illustrations. I print those at 100% just so that they have a little more oomph to them. There's not a ton of room for decoration. If you're going to write your scripture on the monthly layout, that it takes up all the boxes. So the only places I'm able to include little decorations would be the places that aren't dated. So you always have a few extra boxes on a monthly spread, and that's where I include some different decorations. And that's why I really appreciate actually the sizing of these illustrations, because they fit really well in those boxes. I like to include my Beloved Society girl over to the side in the sidebar, and we are ready to go. So like I said, super simple on how it comes together. I was going to put this down, and then I realized I forgot to do washi. So the Happy Planner for the longest time always did their faith planners and actually their budget planners in these really bright colors. And I'm a big fan of bright colors, don't get me wrong, but I do like to decorate my faith planner. And so I wish the layouts were a little bit more neutral so that I could add the color myself. Now, the new faith planner that I have for 2022 is much more neutral. So I'm super excited to get going with that one. You can see the color on the back of these pages. But to cover up some of the extra color on the monthly layouts, I always add washi, and I add washi at the bottom even though there is no color, and then the main purpose is to add it at the top where you see these hand-drawn florals come in. They are gorgeous. Like I said, you don't even have to decorate to use this as your scripture writing. You could just write on it. It's pretty. It's really pretty just to start with. But of course, I'm all about decorating, making it kind of your own. And so I add washi tape at the bottom and then at the top to cover up some of those florals. Now, some of them are still going to sneak through. That doesn't really bother me. I mean, they are pretty colors in the end, and it's not going to clash too much. There's going to be plenty of more elements that kind of draw your attention anyway. And I do cover up the month with the washi as well because I like the hand-lettered month from the Beloved Society Scripture Writing Plan. So I add washi at the top and bottom. Again, I like that there's a formula to how I put together these pages because then as I'm flipping through my faith planner, I see this consistent feel, and I really like how organized it feels, and I can't wait to see what the new scripture writing plan will be. I believe that Illustrated Faith has had a scripture writing plan for several years in a row, so I'm hoping they will continue that. If not, then I will kind of come up with a plan on my own, either looking online or maybe following the YouVersion Bible app, something like that. But I do like that there's kind of a year-long plan. All right, now that the washi tape is on, I can start putting on the other elements. And like I said, it's really simple. I use the December up here, just covering up the December that's already there, just because I prefer that look. And then I will add in my Beloved Society girl. Depending on how the weeks line up, she either goes at the top or the bottom, just however it's going to line up. For that first week, I have some writing from the previous November, like from November, that I'll finish out that particular week. And like I said before, if ever I have a day where I don't have an assigned scripture, I generally just go to my Bible app to see what the scripture of the day is, and I will write that in. As you can see, it's a really simple process. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I'll make sure to link some of the faith planners from the Happy Planner down below, including the one that I'm going to use in 2022. And then if I can find the scripture writing plan from the Beloved Society, I will link that as well. Otherwise, you can always keep checking back at the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray Shop, which is what I plan to do, to see what the 2022 plan will be. All right, I want to give a huge shout out to my Scrappy YouTube members. Thank you so much for all of your support. I hope that all of you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.